Good morning, grade 12s. We are back with Better at Business. We are still in our marketing series, looking at promotion. Some of the key words that you need to be able to talk about and understand where they all fit in is social media, advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and publicity. So, promotion. This marketing mix is all about how we communicate to our target market. So it is also known as marketing communication. If you use the word marketing communication, you'd get the mark for that instead of promotion. It's exactly the same thing. So something that you need to keep in mind when developing and putting together a marketing strategy is the quality of the product that you are promoting. You need to ensure that what you are saying is true. You cannot just put something on there and say, this is the most perfect, incredible, low-fat, low-sugar product. And on the ingredient list, it's got sugars and all sorts of, hidden fats and hidden this. You can't claim for something that it isn't. So you've got to make sure that if you're communicating quality, that it is in fact a quality product and that you are able to justify that it is so. So even these pitted loose dates, what do they say there? It is a perfect quality product. They would understand what the word perfect means in Dateland. They would be able to justify why they say that their dates are perfect and what does that mean. So you've got to be very careful about what you say. You've also got to ensure that you are talking and communicating about the features and benefits of your product. So if you were buying an iron, there would be a whole lot of features that you'd be looking at to ensure, yes, I'm happy with this product. I want to get this product. And you would hone in on those features. What we would generally do is we would always look at our competitors and what are the competitors saying? What are they communicating? What are their features and benefits? Do we have better? Are we more unique? Or is it the same? How do we ensure that we come across as better? How are we going to communicate that? Because in essence, toilet paper is toilet paper. So how do you then communicate that your toilet paper is the best toilet paper compared to your competitor? And there you would start unpacking how you're going to communicate this to your target market. Design is so important because people buy with their eyes. So your design needs to be functional. So look at that deli chicken that you can buy from Checkers. It is a functional box because it needs to work. If you put that hot chicken into that cardboard box, I can't have leaking juices in my car. So it actually has to do its job. It also has to be beautiful. So you've got to design and make sure that it is pretty and appealing. With that said, it also needs to ensure that you've got the branding on it and that you are able to have an interest and gain an interest in that packaging. So if someone walks past, they go, oh, what's that? It's because it's standing out, it's shouting out, it's grabbing your target market's attention. With regards to that, design-wise, you are also looking at the design of how you are talking and communicating to your customers. So Checkers will come and have a jingle. They've got their Checkers 6060, that little jingle that they've got going, which is fun and exciting. And when it does come on, even in the radio, my kids start bopping to this little jingle. So if you've got a jingle, you're able to recognize that and bring that back to your brand. So you're just building on your brand with that. Look at the Simple Truth range. They have got their slogan saying, simply a better choice. So you have a special slogan that you are putting next to your product and people buy into that. Think of some slogans that you know. Nike, just do it. And I'm sure you could come up with a whole lot of other things. But Checkers has come up with a slogan for their Simple Truth range, which is simply a better choice. And I love that. If you are vegan or vegetarian or wanting to be a little bit healthier, that you are going to buy into that entire slogan, that brand promise that those products are going to be giving. Remember, in South Africa, you are not allowed to do competitor advertising. And it's such a pity because, look how much fun you could have versus, when you are advertising against your competitor. I mean, look at that clown at Burger King. It's quite fun. So you've got to be very careful about what you say when you are advertising and communicating to your target market. Look at that Dove ad. The Dove has a special packaging, so you can see that that's Dove. The cream next to it is also a special packaging, and some companies buy special unique packs that are only, like Coca-Cola with their bottle, that is only unique to them. You got to be so careful. If that bottle represents another cream that your customers know about, that is competitor advertising. So you can't do that. You can't put a competitor product and say, well, we are better than that, and then say, but we didn't mention their name. If it kind of looks, and there's a look and feel that it looks like Dawn, then it probably is Dawn, and then you're doing competitor advertising. So again, your communication cannot be, kind of slapping your competitor. Can't. When you get a question about what is the advertising medium, you must know this word. What is the advertising medium? The medium is how are you going to be advertising your product? What medium are you going to be using? Is it bus advertising? Is it billboards, TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, social media? You need to understand where your target market is. And, if most of your target market is on Instagram, you're going to be advertising on Instagram. If people are watching certain series, you are going to then ensure that you put your advert in between that series. So you need to ensure that you've also got enough budget for this, because TV advertising is very expensive. I know when I worked in corporate, good 10, 20 years ago, Huggies, we had a budget of, I think, about 5 million Rand for TV advertising. That was good 20 years ago. So, you don't, what is it now? So you would need to really ensure that you've got the budget for whichever medium you're going to use. Obviously, if you're using social media, it's not as expensive. So that is us going into our next topic, which is a great question that they could ask you because it's so relevant, and that is social media. So social media is so important because it gives a lot of power to customers. Your customers have the freedom to go onto their social media platform and say, oh my word, just had the best experience at Checkers, love my Checkers. That would be incredible positive publicity that you would be receiving. On the other end, if you're dissatisfied and you put something on social media and you start a trend and people start commenting, that could also be damaging to the brand. So there is a lot of power to customers on social media. It is incredible that you can go onto social media and it does not cost anything unless you're paying for adverts, but you can build the most wonderful presence on social media. You can go onto Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and put your products on there, put the promotion on there, and you are really building a presence. There's online sales that you could do. You could shop online, and what normally happens is you buy one thing online and all of a sudden those algorithms kick in, and I am seeing adverts for Take-A-Lot or for Betty Blue because I bought one pair of shoes 2 years ago and I'm still seeing the ads. So the online sales, they're always trying to entice you to come back. If any of you have shopped Shein, you will know all about it. Competitions. You can also run wonderful competitions on social media, and it's so clever to do that because you actually get customer interaction. So you've got engagement with the brand. So if Logan Paul had to go on and run a competition on Instagram or wherever the case is with the new Checkers Prime strawberry flavor, you're going to get a lot of feedback and a lot of engagement with that. Make sure, Checkers, that you have a content manager. You need management of social media. If there is something negative being said about you, you must respond. You must do something about it immediately, and you actually put together a strategy with content. You would have monthly strategy in terms of what are we going to be saying, what are we promoting. So your content management is all about what content do we want to communicate to our customers? What is the objective that we want to achieve? Oh, a lovely, lovely question. What are the elements of the marketing communication mix? There are 4 elements: advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, and publicity. A great, great question. Let's look at advertising. Advertising is, and how are you getting your message to the mass audience? So your advert needs to be engaging. Look at that wellness for everybody on the left-hand side. If you are healthy and vegetarian and vegan, that is going to be engaging because they've got lovely healthy fruits and the colors work well for that advert. It just looks very enticing. Is it credible? Your advertising has to be credible. So that Simply Truth range is a very credible brand because compared to other brands, they have less sugar, they have less of the nasties. They're really trying from their packaging, from their products, everything to be more healthy. So there is a credibility to that because, again, it comes from Checkers. Does it give us a lasting impression? If you look at the ad on the right, Dynamo Master Magician, that would give me a lasting impression because I would almost look at him and think, who are you? Oh, you're a magician. Oh, what is your affiliation with Checkers? So I'd probably remember him and then think, I wonder what they were advertising. Eek. So yes, so you would have to make sure that there is a lasting impression on that advert. Your advertising has to bring about an action, otherwise it is not an effective advert. So that wellness for everybody, save 25%. I need to then say, oh my goodness, I need almond milk. I got to get to the store. Let me go buy now. So there must be an action. And companies would monitor that. Checkers marketing department would know this is when we put the advert out, this was the sales generated from that. And they would then be able to see, was it effective, was it not effective? Your advertising has to be relevant. So this master magician, I'm assuming he's relevant within the target market that he caters to. Maybe he's on Instagram or YouTube or he's got his own series. He would be relevant, like that Logan Paul and KSI with Prime. They were very relevant to the youth, very relevant to the school generation. So it's got to be relevant. Even for this, wellness for everybody, is it relevant to me? Yes, it is. I am wanting to be healthier. It's relevant. You can then also ensure that it is part of a series. So you integrate it into everything. So let's talk about that. Here, we've got a wellness for everybody. It's on a broadsheet that would be put into your post box. I'm also going to then put that advert onto Facebook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run a promotion on Instagram, that if you respond or you share, you can then win a free almond milk. I'm then going to go onto TikTok and say to TikTok, if you do a special little dance, little something, you can then stand in line to win a whole hamper of Simply Truth goodies. As I drive in my car, there's going to be a billboard all about Simple Truths and what it's all about. When I walk into the shop, into Checkers, there's going to be branding, point of sale material, shouting out Simple Truth and why it's so good for you. I'm going to even go so far as having in-store promoters in the stores that you can sample all these delicious goodies to really get you engaged into this brand. So that is all part of a series. It's all integrated. And of course, the 7th element for advertising that you must make sure of is your branding. And have a look at the broadsheet. Checkers branding is always at the bottom. They always ensure that they've got their Checkers logo in green at the bottom. Better and better is their slogan. The look and feel is all the same. And their branding is very important. You've got to ensure that when people see your advert, that they know what the brand is. I think if they had a little 60-60, and a little motorbike, their little motorbike logo, without even having Checkers Better and Better logo on there, you would recognize what it is. Well done, Checkers, because that is what branding is all about. Okay, where are we? Elements of marketing communication mix. We've just covered advertising. Now we're looking at personal selling. Personal selling is about the interaction from your staff to the target market. So personal selling is very important. I walk into a Checkers and I'm looking for something. How wonderful if someone in the aisle sees me and has a Checkers little sash on and says to me, "Can I help you? What do you need?" Personal selling is so important because it's that one-on-one interaction. And we're human beings. We like to be looked after. We like to interact with people. So interaction is even at the till. Can you imagine if your cashier said, "Oh, I see you've bought milk. Do you know that we're running a promotion? If you buy one milk and a bread, you actually get 25% off." They actually do that to me a lot. And then I say, "Oh, please, can I have the bread? Can someone get me the bread? Get me the bread." So personal selling is all about that and selling up. When you are a waitress, you sell up all the time. Someone orders a steak, you say, "Sure, no problem. Do you want a sauce for that steak? Would you like extra veg with that steak?" Because if you sell up, then your income goes up. Right, so personal selling, all part of the marketing communication mix. Sales promotion. Now, a sales promotion is all about the discounts that Checkers is giving you. Save R5. These are the deals for the week. Buy one, get one free. Have a look at that special. Buy 2 coffees and get the 3rd free. I only went in for 1 coffee. I actually walk out with 3. And they're very effective ads because you really feel, look at me. I'm amazing. I've saved money, but you've bought 3 coffees. Sales promotion also is about sampling of products. So you've got in-store promoters who are sampling. So if you've got a new cake at Checkers, you've just made a red velvet cake and you've made 20 of them and you've got to sell them, take one, sample a little piece, walk around, say, "Would you like to have a little taste? I'm sure you'd love it." And I can tell you now, generally when someone tries something, you buy it. The 4th element of the marketing communication mix is your publicity. Now, publicity it's an uncontrollable, hey? Publicity, you cannot control what people say about you. Publicity, you need to ensure that you react if there is something negative. Even in human land, when someone is negative towards you, you have the power to choose how to react. And Checkers is exactly the same. So if someone has had a bad experience in the store, you have to react in a certain way in order to ensure that you don't lose a customer. Publicity is important because there is more trust with publicity. If I go into a Checkers and I have a great experience, I then come out and I put it on my Facebook page or Instagram saying, "Oh my word, love Checkers, just had the greatest experience, love the staff, love the manager, People that are on my social media pages there's a credibility to what I'm saying. They will then go, "Oh, fantastic. Which Checkers is that?" So publicity is word of mouth, and there is a lot more credibility in that kind of publicity. So instead of doing a hard sell for advertising where Checkers says, "We are the best, Checkers is the best," when it's your customers saying that you are the best, you cannot even put a monetary figure to that. There is so much credibility in that. So a lot of times, people don't like sales talk. Don't do a hard sales talk. Don't tell me how amazing it is. I want to hear it from everybody else. A lot of the times, when I am looking at going online and shopping online, I always look at the reviews. I always have a look at the reviews to see what did people experience. What was their experience like with this company? And if it was pleasant or good, great. If it was poopy, I don't even attempt it because there's so many other stores that I can go shop at. So publicity is important. And something that you could possibly mention is the Logan Paul and KSI that is now promoting strawberry watermelon. So here is famous social media people, and they are promoting the new Prime. Checkers needs to be careful because Prime does not have a very good reputation overseas. If you dive a little deeper into Logan Paul, he has been affiliated with a lot of negative things, and the crypto zoo fall, where people lost a lot of money through him. This product, Prime, has actually been removed in Canada because it's not in line with their levels of safe food. So as much as they say it's low sugar, the caffeine is equivalent to 2 Red Bulls, which is not safe. It's not healthy. Your heart will be going into overdrive. It's not a good and healthy product. So, do you see there? Publicity, fabulous, Logan Paul, but on the outset, Checkers being affiliated with him, if you do a little bit deeper, you can see that this could be quite negative if someone gets hurt or if someone gets sick or whatever the case is. Internal publicity, well, it's the way your buildings look, the appearance of your staff, how the staff interact with you. That's all part of publicity. It's your experience. And then, of course, the image that you portray. With Checkers, with 6060, the guys that are delivering to you, how are they? Are they friendly? Did they get there in time? Etc., etc. So publicity is very, very, very powerful. Grade 12s, that's us, Better at Business. If you are needing any extra help, if you are needing anything more, I am available with online tutoring, and we will have an amazing powwow session with notes that I will give through to you. Please contact me, and we can definitely organize some time. My calendar is filling up quite quickly, so if you are needing a bit of an extra lesson before an exam, or just let's go over a paper 2, a section C together, let me know, contact me, and I can give you through the rates, and we can settle a time. I wish you all the very, very best.